go out at night. Eating cars, you eat Cadillacs, Lincolns too, Mercuries and Subaru, and you don't stop. You keep on eating cars. Then, when there's no more cars, you go out at night and eat up bars where the people meet. Face to face, it's cheek to cheek, one to one, man to man, it's toe to toe. Don't move too slow, cause the man from Mars is through with cars. He's eating bars, yeah, wall to wall, door to door, hall to hall. He's gonna eat them all. Rapture, be pure, take a tour through the sword. Don't strain the rain, pain to train. You'll be singing in the rain. Said don't stop, do punk rock. Well, now you see what you wanna be. Just have your party on TV, cause the man from Mars won't eat up bars where the TV's on. Now he's gone back up to space, where he won't have a hassle with the human race. And you hip hop, and you don't stop, just blast off, sure shot. Cause the man from Mars stopped eating cars and eating bars, and now he only eats guitars. Yeah!
Jump, and it's the old fella Night Nurse up on the outside, Tragus on the inner, and these two now drawing clear from Diamond Edge and Royal Judgment making up round into third place. Fairview is fourth. They just got three to jump. Night Nurse toward the right, Tragus to the left, Royal Judgment closing in third place. Diamond Edge looks beaten in fourth. Fairview is fifth. Ottaway is in sixth place, coming down to the third from home, and it's Tragus who's regained the lead by a couple of lengths. Tragus in the lead. Night Nurse is in second place. A sigh went from the crowds as Night Nurse seems kettled now. Just the two to jump. Tragus, Night Nurse, with Royal Judgment staying on strongly on the inside. Night Nurse is coming again though. They've got two to jump. Tragus, Night Nurse, Royal Judgment. Tragus, Night Nurse, Royal Judgment. Coming down to the final fence. Tragus in the lead. Night Nurse battling on bravely under 12 stone. He's closing. Coming to the final fence. Tragus, Night Nurse, Royal Judgment at the last. Tragus, Night Nurse in second place. Royal Judgment in his third. Night Nurse is getting closer on the run in, but Tragus is staying on strongly. Night Nurse is finishing even stronger. Going up to the line. Tragus, Night Nurse, Royal Judgment coming up to the line. It's Tragus who's going to win it. Tragus the winner. Night Nurse in second place. Then in third is Royal Judgment. In fourth place came Approaching. Fifth, the disappointing run by Diamond Edge. Sixth.
Something's changed, it ain't hard to define. Jesse's got himself a girl and I wanna make her mine. And she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving with that body, I just know it. Yeah, he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that? I played along with the charade. There doesn't seem to be a reason to change. You know I feel so dirty when they start talking cute. I wanna tell her that I love her, but the point is probably moot. Cause she's watching him with those eyes, and she's loving with that body, I just know it. And he's holding her in his arms late at night. You know I wish that I had Jesse's girl. I wish that I had Jesse's girl. Where can I find a woman like that, like Jesse's girl?
the second last in the Arkle. Clayside, who's come there very strongly once again, jumps it in the lead from Royal Dipper in second. In third is Spinning Saint. They're racing round into the home stretch now, and it's Clayside, the decisive leader from Royal Dipper and Spinning Saint. Clayside with the riderless horse on his outside, coming to the final fence in the Arkle now. From Spinning Saint moved into second. Royal Dipper is third, and it's Clayside about 3 lengths advantage over Spinning Saint, and then Royal Dipper at the last. Clayside jumps it well. Spinning Saint jumps it second. Royal Dipper third. Sontilla Boy 4, and racing into the closing stages. Clayside staying on well from Spinning Saint. Sontilla Boy's racing home well too, but as they race up towards the line, Clayside is going to hold them, and as they come to the line, Clayside wins the Arkle from Spinning Saint and Sontilla Boy. Fourth is Royal Dipper and 5 Tack Roy. 6, 7 and 8 are Prayukta, Wilburine, and Meladon jumps off. Meladon fulfilling the role for which he was purchased, setting the pace as they come to the first of the 8 flights, and setting a good pace too. Meladon in the lead from Pollardstown and Going Straight. Those 3 set up a little gap there, and Ivan King has gone to the first. Ivan King, a faller at the first. The horse is up on his feet. His rider's yet to rise. They're racing towards the second flight now, and it's Meladon from Pollardstown, then Going Straight, and then Bird's Nest, followed by Mount Harvard and Daring Run, and then comes America's Marty's Anger. Just in behind them, Badsworth Boy and Slaney Idol and Sea Pigeon and Star Fen. Celtic Ride is the back marker at the moment, and Ivan King's jockey up on his feet all right, and Meladon in the lead from his stable companion Pollardstown, with Going Straight third and Bird's Nest 4. 5 is Mount Harvard and 6 Daring Run as they come to jump this flight. Meladon lands in the lead from Pollardstown. Going Straight, then Bird's Nest and Mount Harvard and Daring Run, then Badsworth Boy and Marty's Anger and Slaney Idol, and Halen behind Halen is Sea Pigeon, and then Celtic Ride, and now Starfin is the back marker as they race uphill, with Meladon taking him along still from Pollardstown in second. Quite a gap then to Going Straight. A further long gap then to Bird's Nest. A further gap now to Mount Harvard. They're really getting strung out. Behind Mount Harvard is Daring Run, and then comes Marty's Anger and Sea Pigeon and Badsworth Boy and Halen and Starfin and Celtic Ride and Slaney Idol as they run downhill now. Meladon racing towards the third. The 1977 Daily Express Triumph hurdle winner in the lead from the 1979 winner Pollardstown. Then comes Going Straight in third place. A gap then of about 10 lengths to Bird's Nest, Mount Harvard and Daring Run, and then Badsworth Boy and Marty's Anger, and over that one still the same order. Among the first 3, Meladon from Pollardstown, the blinkered Pollardstown. Then in third place, Going Straight. A long gap then to Mount Harvard and Daring Run and Bird's Nest and Marty's Anger and Badsworth Boy and Halen and Sea Pigeon and Slaney Idol and Starfin and Celtic Ride. As they come down towards the 4th flight, these 2 stable companions have set up a commanding advantage now. Meladon from Pollardstown. Going Straight is in touch with them, but then there's a long gap to the 4th horse, which is Mount Harvard, then Daring Run close with him, then Bird's Nest on the inside, then Marty's Anger going well on the outer, then comes Halen. Behind Halen is Sea Pigeon making a bit of progress now, then comes Badsworth Boy on the inner, Slaney Idol, Celtic Ride, and finally Star Fen. As they race now uphill with 4 flights left to jump in the champion hurdle, and it's still Meladon from Pollardstown, little between the 2. A gap then to Going Straight in third. Then comes Daring Run 4. Behind Daring Run is Mount Harvard, and then comes Marty's Anger, Sea Pigeon making a bit of ground. Behind them come Badsworth Boy and then Star Fen. Bird's Nest has dropped back to last. They're running downhill now. They've got 3 flights left to jump, and it's Pollardstown, the stable companion now of the long-time leader, Meladon, who's come to take a fractional advantage now. Then in third place is Going Straight. Then comes Daring Run. Sea Pigeon making significant progress towards the outside. Marty's Anger still very well in touch with them too. Coming down now to the 3rd last flight with Pollardstown, the clear leader. Pollardstown jumps it in the lead from Badsworth Boy, who makes a mistake. Going Straight on the inside. Marty's Anger still well in touch. Sea Pigeon coming there with his stable companion Star Fen. Coming down to the 2nd last flight now, and it's Pollardstown from Going Straight and Daring Run. Then comes Badsworth Boy, Star Fen and Sea Pigeon at the 2nd last. Pollardstown lands in the lead from Daring Run. Sea Pigeon still coming there strongly. Then Star Fen, they're racing round the home turn now, and it's Pollardstown being pressed by Daring Run and Sea Pigeon and John Franken coming there very strongly. Coming to the final flight, Pollardstown from Daring Run and Sea Pigeon. Sea Pigeon going very strongly with Star Fen on his outside over the last. Pollardstown and Daring Run, and it's Daring Run and Pollardstown being pressed now by Sea Pigeon. Daring Run in the lead from Sea Pigeon, coming to challenge on the near side. It's the old man Sea Pigeon coming to take it up, and he's going to win it as they come up towards the line. Sea Pigeon wins the champion hurdle. Sea Pigeon has just won it from Pollardstown and Daring Run. You've never heard such cheers from the crowd. Starfend was 4, then Slaney Island and Silting Right and Bird's Nest behind them, going straight and Halin. Behind Halin, Marty's Anger, and then Basworth Boy. Behind him came Melodon, and behind Melodon was Mount Harbord. See.
Drinks to remember, I, me and myself, and winds up the clock, and knocks dust on the shelf. Home is a love that I miss very much, so the past has been bottled and labeled with love. He, like a cowboy, died drunk in a slumber, out on the porch in the middle of summer. She crossed the ocean back home to her family, but they had retired to roads of the sandy. She moved home alone without friends or relations, lived in a world full of age reservation. On moth-eaten armchairs, she'd say that she'd sought out the friends who had left her to drink from the bottle. Drinks to remember, I, me and myself, and winds up the clock, and knocks dust on the shelf. Home is a love that I miss very much, so the past has been bottled and labeled with love. Drinks to remember, I, me and myself, winds up the clock, and knocks dust on the shelf. Home is a love that I miss very much, so the past has been bottled and labeled with love. The past has been bottled and labeled with love. The past has been bottled and labeled with love.
Anchor and Mansky. Fledge is also improving well. Broadswords just in behind the leaders, coming to the second last. Frassas lands just in the lead there. Frassas from Sharp Deal. Then Fledge improving well towards the outside. On the inner it's Mansky and Broadsword coming there in the centre. And as they level up for home now with one flight left to jump, it's Mansky in the lead. From Tie Anchor and Broadsword, the favourite, coming to try and challenge Mansky now as they come to the final flight. Mansky under pressure, Broadsword coming to challenge him. Tie Anchor's in third, Baron Blakeney 4 and Fledge 5 as they come to the final flight. Mansky being pressed by Broadsword. Broadsword and Mansky over the last. Broadsword lands in the lead, and it's Broadsword from Mansky now as they race into the closing stages. Broadsword from Tie Anchor now gone second, then Baron Blakeney. Baron Blakeney putting in a tremendous run as they race towards the line. It's Broadsword from Baron Blakeney. It's going to be a photo finish. Baron Blakeney's just going to get up at the line. Baron Blakeney wins it from Broadsword. Mansky is third and 4. Here's why. Behind them came Mansky. Behind Mansky was our Barra Boy, and then Synadia, and then Fledge. Behind Fledge was Colmy, and then Hopeful Shot, and then a Rautapu. Behind Rautapu was Mr. Moonraker and My Timmy, and looking right back to last place it was King Ragapan. And so the result of the Daily Express Triumph Hurdle, first number 3, Baron Blakeney, owned by Wheatley Leisure Limited, trained by Martin Pipe, his 10th winner of the season, ridden by Paul Leach, number 10 for him. Second was number 4, Broadsword, owned by Lord Morgan. Night Nurse landed in the lead. from Little Owl and Silverback going very well in behind Night Nurse, and it's the old rivals now as they come down towards the second last in the Tote Cheltenham Gold Cup. It's Night Nurse and Silverback and Little Owl. Just in behind them comes Spartan Missile and Jack of Trumps as they race towards the second last. Silverback has come to divide Little Owl and Night Nurse. It's Little Owl on the near side, Silverback on the far side now. Little Owl lands in the lead from Silverback. Night Nurse, then comes Spartan Missile and Jack of Trumps racing to the final fence now. And it's Little Owl from Silverback and Night Nurse. Little Owl with a 2-length advantage at the last. Little Owl lands in the lead. Silverback and Night Nurse next, and racing into the closing stages. It's Little Owl being pressed by Night Nurse. Little Owl and Night Nurse, the two stable companions. Jim Wilson from Alan Brown. Little Owl is holding Night Nurse. Jim Wilson becomes the first amateur to win it since 1947. Little Owl wins the Gold Cup from Night Nurse. Third is Silverback, fourth Spartan Missile.
Dale. Look, don't get me wrong. I'm grateful.
I don't want your gratitude, ungrateful little git. Don't know what is the matter with you, Rodney. Sometimes I hesitate to tell people that you're my brother.
Well, I always say I'm your social worker.
Do you mind telling me exactly what it is that's made your life a misery?
Well, you've always treated me like a child, didn't you? I was the only sixth former in my grammar school who wore short trousers.
Yeah, well, I got them cheap, didn't I?
I was 15, Dale. I was growing hairs and things. My legs were like Italian footballers. And you never let me do anything on my own, do you? You even had to help me with my GCE studies.
You passed in 2 subjects.
I failed in the other 8, Dale. I mean, you embarrass me. That's why I never bring women home.
Oh, you know some women, do you? Cool, that's a turn-up for the book. The only bird I've ever heard you mention was old Shanghai Lil from the Art College in Basingstoke. Even then you had to drug her before you get your leg over.
No, I didn't.
What, you didn't drug her or didn't get your leg over?
You're suffocating me, Del. I'm getting out of this house. I'm going to prove to you I can survive on my own. I'm going to the pub.
What, to prove you can survive on your own?
No, to get legless. I don't need you no more, Del. I don't need you for nothing. Del, I was just wondering.
I think he's very much like you, Grandad.
What? Dignified in defeat?
No, a ponce.
Waiting at Beecher's is Bob Champion, who rides the highly fancied Aldeniti today. But of course, Bob, over the years, you've had 1 or 2 problems at Beecher's. A couple of years ago, wasn't it, on Purdo?
Yes, I did. I was coming down the inner on Purdo 2 years ago, and he jumped the fence well and just lost his undercarriage.
Do you think you're on the right line there? It's a bit steeper, isn't it?
Well, it's a little bit steeper, but I jumped the fence well, and John Frankham's gone round there well enough in other years. He just seemed to forget to put his undercarriage down, and away he went.
Now, where are you going to be today on Aldeniti, then?
I'm going to follow Bill Smith down on the outer. I'm going to drop in a bit and go down the outer.
There is no doubt, isn't there, that if you're on the outer or in the middle, the drop is not as big.
Yeah, I agree. You know, it's a lot bigger on the inner, but you always seem to get a lot more light on the inner. A lot of people go down the middle and a few down the outer, and I just hope I get plenty of light down the outer.
Of course, if a horse does jump Beecher's really well, he can crumple on landing, can't he?
Yes, he can. I'd just like to go and meet it on a nice stride. I don't want to stand off too far, and I don't want to get in too close. And if I could just meet it on a nice stride, I think he'll be all right.
Bill, of course, you had cancer last year and you weren't riding. Did you watch the race?
Yes, I did. And it was a good race to watch. The ground's a lot better this year, mind you.
And Aldeniti is an old favourite of yours?
Yeah, he always has been a favourite. I've always wanted to ride him in the National, actually, ever since I won on him at Ascot over fences.
And like you, he's had 1 or 2 problems.
Well, he's been broken down twice, and he broke a bone in his hock in the Hennessy another time, so he hasn't been a lucky horse for everybody.
But no doubts at all about his soundness today, and he's got a touch of class. He has been placed in the Gold Cup, hasn't he?
Yes, he's been 3rd in the Gold Cup, 3rd in the Hennessy, and 2nd in the Scottish National, so he should get the trip all right.
Just a final question, Bob. Can you tell me why it's called Aldeniti? I've heard a story he's named after the owner's 4 sons. Is that right?
Yes, it is. And I can't really remember all their names.
Well,
But, it's the first 2 letters in all their names.
Yeah, I think from memory it's Alistair, isn't it? David, Nigel and Timothy.
Yes, something like that. Mr. Barron's sons, yes.
Anyway, your second favourite now. I hope you have a good one.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Bob.
But it's Aldeniti from Royal Mail, then Rubstick, then Senator McLacurian 3-1, then Spartan Missile and Royal Exile, and might be as we rejoin John Hanmer.
And Aldeniti's jumped the 5th from home in the lead from Royal Mail. Then comes Rubstick and 3-1. And might be a faller, and as they go to the last open ditch, the 4th from home, it's Aldeniti, closely pressed by Royal Mail, then 3-1 challenging Rubstick for 3rd place, then Senator McLacurry, Spartan Missile, Royal Exile, Rathlek and Casamayor, and there aren't many behind that. As they go to the 3rd last, it's Aldeniti, closely pressed now by Royal Mail. Martinstown has gone there, 3-1's in 3rd place, 4th is Senator McLacurry, Spartan Missile just passing Rubstick, but as they go across the Melling Road, it's Aldeniti from Royal Mail, Senator McLacurry, 3-1, Spartan Missile, Rubstick and Royal Exile, and back to Peter O'Sullivan.
Yes, it's Aldeniti from Royal Mail, just about 3 lengths between them. Senator McLacurry is about 5 lengths back in 3rd, then comes 3-1, then Spartan Missile, then Royal Exile and Rubstick, and they're virtually the only ones left in the National now. Aldeniti and Bob Champion from Philip Blacker on Royal Mail. Senator McLacurry is in 3rd place, 4th is 3-1, then comes Spartan Missile and Royal Exile as they come down towards the 2nd last fence now. Aldeniti being pressed still by Royal Mail. Aldeniti and Bob Champion land in the lead. Royal Mail made a bad mistake, went through it. Senator McLacurry jumped it 3rd. Spartan Missile's now moving into 4th, then comes 3-1, then Royal Exile. They're coming to the final fence now in the National, and it's Aldeniti and Bob Champion in the lead. Aldeniti jumps it 2 lengths clear of Royal Mail. Spartan Missile jumps it 3rd and is finishing strongly. Then comes Senator McLacurry and 3-1. It's Aldeniti now being pressed by Royal Mail, and Spartan Missile is still finishing strongly. It's Aldeniti though as they come to the elbow. They've got over a furlong to run, and it's Aldeniti in the lead, but being pressed now by Spartan Missile. It's Aldeniti from Spartan Missile, and here comes John Thorne, 54-year-old John Thorne, putting in a storming finish. It's Aldeniti from Spartan Missile. Aldeniti is going to win it at the line. Aldeniti wins the National. Spartan Missile is 2nd. Royal Mail is just 3rd ahead of 3-1. Senator McLacurry is 5th. Behind them is Royal Exile 6th, and Rubstick, the former winner, is 7th.
Shot to death when he got 10-13 in it, because I thought he'd get to about 11-4. So I was even pleased because I can do 10-13.
Well, you were saying, of course, that he made a slight mistake at the first and a slight mistake at the last, but I must say, watching him closely all the way around, there seemed to be no semblance of a problem.
No, there wasn't. You know, he just landing on his head a bit at the first, which did him the world of good because he was running away with me down to the first. I didn't know which to track because you've got to cover him up a little bit early. And I was praying I could keep Spartan Missile just behind him.
He's just going to be led out. They've just given permission for him to go. Just say.
Great stuff. Hey.
Now, one of the marvellous stories, Bob, is, I mean, 12 months ago you were very sick yourself, and the horse itself has had problems all its life. You had cancer and were recovering from it, and the horse itself had leg trouble.
Yeah, he's broken down twice, and in the Hennessy he broke a bone in his hock when he finished 3rd in that. So that's 3 times he's been out completely. And that's only his 15th run over fences in his life. And he's won 5 and been placed in the Gold Cup. I think he's only been out the first 3 about twice in his life over fences. But there's not many gone round and won a national with 15 runs over fences.
Well, Bob, it's really the true story, fairy story of any Grand National. All the years it's been going on since 1837. You should do that. Marvellous and well done.
It's a race I've always wanted to win. Can't believe it.
Well, I've got Josh Gifford here, if he'll come through. What a marvellous, marvellous story this is. And Josh, the trainer, in tears.
Yes, well, it does happen quite often. I get very emotional, but nothing like today.
Well, the Grand National is an emotional occasion, but Bob, having had cancer, and Aldeniti, his favourite horse, having had trouble all through his career.
Everybody takes all the credit. Actually, number 1 is Aldeniti. The owners have been fantastic. Bob's been fantastic. My staff have been absolutely unbelievable.
fences to jump. And it's Bettengorse on the outside of Chumson, with Diamond Edge moving up on the inner. Just in behind these comes Father Delaney, who's made up a lot of ground. Then Pillar Bray, Ottery News making up ground on the outside. Coming down to the third from home, Bettengorse with Diamond Edge travelling smoothly on the inside. Bettengorse and Diamond Edge from Bob Job and Father Delaney. Then Ottery News, and the unseated there was Chumson. Chumson went to the third from home, levelling out into the second from home. And it's Diamond Edge now who comes through to take it up. Diamond Edge in the lead from Father Delaney, with Ottery News up on the outside, and it was Ottery News that led. Just one more fence to jump. Ottery News and John Frankham from Father Delaney and Diamond Edge coming down to the final fence. Father Delaney, Ottery News, Diamond Edge putting in a renewed challenge at the last. Father Delaney, Ottery News, Diamond Edge clear from Bettengorse, going up the line, and Diamond Edge is finishing strongly. Diamond Edge comes through to take up the running. Diamond Edge now in the lead from Father Delaney, coming up to the line. Diamond Edge is the winner from Father Delaney second. Ottery News is third, and then a long gap to the very fast finishing Shady Deal, who's fourth. Then Bettengorse, and behind Bettengorse, Megan's Boy. Behind Megan's Boy came Bob Job, then Pillar Bray, and then Otterway, and then Tenny Coon and Royal Mail and Jer. Then the Vince winner.
Dalby Mustang a little bit behind the others, and also Matterboy, but a very small distance. And they settled down with Starfleet taking them along, this one by a length from Kind of Hush, Belbelite on the far side. Then just after these comes Noah Alto. After Noah Alto, Scintillating Air is close up. And then Spolito. After this one is Church Parade, and they've completed the first quarter of a mile now. And it's still Starfleet who takes them along, but only a fractional leader. Raza Penang has made some headway and come close up. Belbelite is still there. Then Kind of Hush on the inside, and also with this one, No Alto. And now back to Graham.
Just over 5 furlongs to go. And it's still Starfleet the leader from Raza Penang, Belbelite. Then just in behind these comes Scintillating Air. Then Dalby Mustang and Kind of Hush and No Alto. Turagori Moo and Beldale Flutter making up ground on the outside. The back marker at this stage is Another Realm, and Cutthroat is behind these. Then comes Kaluni Prince. Just over 3 furlongs to go, 3 furlongs to go, and it's now Turagori Moo moving up on the outside with No Alto, Scintillating Air, Belbelite on the far side, then Raza Penang, then Cutthroat making up ground, 2 furlongs left to race, and it's Belbelite on the far side that leads from Raza Penang. Then comes Matterboy finishing strongly, Turagori Moo towards the stand side, a furlong and a half from home, and it's Matterboy who comes through up on the outside of Belbelite with Turagori Moo finishing strongly, and it's Turagori Moo, Matterboy and Belbelite from Raza Penang, Cutthroat and Another Realm coming inside the final furlong, Turagori Moo, Matterboy and Belbelite, and Matterboy proving just as stronger, but Turagori Moo making up in a photograph, Turagori Moo, Matterboy at the line, it's a photo, Turagori Moo, Matterboy, Belbelite, then Cutthroat, Another Realm, Raza Penang, Scintillating Air, then Motivado, Spolito, then the Quiet Bidder, and the last horse to pass the post with, in fact, will be No Alto. And so the result of this, the 2,000 guineas, officially it's a photograph, but for me it's Turagori Moo that's getting...
Welcome your host for the evening, Jim Bowen.
Thanks very much. You're very kind. Lovely. Thank you. Welcome to Bullseye. It's a game about the nation's most popular indoor sport. It's a game about general knowledge and about the skill of dart playing. And it's a game which involves the winning of cash and some super prizes. Let's get on with it and let's introduce the first couple tonight who want to play with us in Bullseye.
From Port Talbot in South Wales, Alan Lation and Di Davis.
It's Di, isn't it? All right, lovely to see you, Alan. Nice to see you from South Wales. Whereabouts in South Wales?
In Port Talbot.
Port Talbot, yeah,
Yes.
that's great. Do you play for a club or a pub?
Yes, just an ordinary pub.
What's the name of the pub? We better mention it.
Talbot Hotel.
And what about the general knowledge bit? Are you into the general knowledge bit?
We train, aren't you? All the time.
You're in there tonight. You're really going to have a go at it. Well, it's lovely to have you with us, Di and Alan. Sit yourselves down into the brains box and over to the dart seat. We'll see you in a second. Thank you very much indeed. And the next couple who want to play with us tonight on Bullseye.
From Barnsley in Yorkshire, Hazel and Tony Hornsby.
Auction Brook was just a little slow into his stride. And Fairy Footsteps is the first to go on from Vocalist. And the leading two are then followed by Welshman and Told Me. Then just after that one comes What Heavens. But Leicester Piggott on Fairy Footsteps in the lead, being followed by Vocalist. And then comes Told Me close up in third, followed by Welshwin. After Welshwin is Grecian Sea towards the far side, there followed by What Happened, and then comes Marwell. Swedish Rhapsody, and towards the rear of the field is Madam Gay and also Auction Bridge. So Fairy Footsteps continues to lead as they run now towards the 5 furlong from home gate from Vocalist and Told Me. And so as they approach the 5 furlong gate with Fairy Footsteps in the lead from Vocalist, and then towards the right of the pitch as we look now, that is Told Me, and then on the outside then is also What Heaven. And so as they come now towards the final half mile, Fairy Footstep in the lead from Vocalist. That's the order. Back to Graham in the grandstand.
Then comes Told Me and What Heaven. On the inside of these comes Grecian Sea, Marwell just in behind these. Go Leasing making up ground. And with just over 3 furlongs to go, it's Fairy Footsteps in the lead from Told Me, Vocalist, and then up on the outside, What Heaven, Marwell just in behind these. Then comes Go Leasing and Grecian Sea on the far side. Just over 2 furlongs to go, Fairy Footsteps from Vocalist with Told Me making up ground. Then comes Marwell making a run, and then in behind these comes Kitty Hawk, switch to the outside. 1.5 furlongs to go, Fairy Footsteps has the advantage. Told Me in second place, Marwell third, Vocalist 4, Kitty Hawk 5, then What Heaven 6. Inside the final furlong, and Fairy Footsteps has the advantage. But Told Me is challenging strongly. Fairy Footsteps from Told Me. Then Marwell and Vocalist and Go Leasing coming well inside the final 50 yards. It's Fairy Footsteps holding on from Told Me. Fairy Footsteps a winner. Told Me in second. Then Go Leasing in third. Then behind these came Vocalist and What Heaven and Shark Tongue and Grecian Sea. And so the result of this, the 1,000 guineas, is a win for number 3. Fairy Footsteps, owned by Mr. Jim Joel, trained by Henry Cecil at Newmarket and ridden by Leicester Piggott. Second was number 11, which was Told Me, owned by Mr. George Cambanis, trained by Bruce Hobbs at Newmarket and ridden by Edward Hyde.
And Francis has gone to Corrigan to tell him which side Robertson normally puts his penalties. Look at that. That's a Nottingham Forest player giving the goalkeeper advice about how to react when Robertson shoots. A goal for Scotland. Francis was wrong. Corrigan was wrong. Robertson scores. The Scottish Hordes celebrate a penalty goal, which puts their team ahead, and a beautiful penalty it was too, with John Robertson of Nottingham Forest, so accurate from the...
Happy birthday in a hot bar to us, I remember always, I get such a fright. Seeing him in the dark, covered with my weapon pen. If they want me, and I will shoot. If
early stages, Allegretto going on, Leap Lively up on the outside, Madame Gay and Ivory Wings, and on the near side, Canton Lightning and Fruition as they're settling down, running through the first furlong. And it's Allegretto that leads from Fruition and Canton Lightning. Then comes Leap Lively and Ivory Wings. Behind these comes Fiesta Fun, then Tropicaro. The back marker at this stage is Blue Wind. Continuing the climb up on the far side, and Leap Lively, the one with the noseband on the left of the picture with Allegretto. The striped jacket of Canton Lightning towards the right, the white sleeves of Fruition just in behind this one. Then comes Ivory Wings. Tropicaro up on the outside, tracked by Ryan Bridge and Madame Gay. Then comes Fiesta Fun, and up on the outside go Leasing. Blue Wind is still towards the rear as they continue their uphill climb on the far side. And Leap Lively in the lead from Canton Lightning, Allegretto now third, and Walter Swinburne on Allegretto going nowhere near as comfortably as he was on Shergar at this corresponding stage in the Derby. He's in third place. But it's Leap Lively and John Mathias leading, from Canton Lightning in second place Steve Cawthon, then Allegretto in third, and behind Allegretto is Ivory Wings, then comes Fruition and Madame Gay and Tropicaro, then Ryan Bridge and Fiesta Fun. They're at the top of the hill and begin the descent, and Leap Lively in the lead of some 2 to 3 lengths from Canton Lightning in second place and Ivory Wings third. Then Allegretto is 4 and Fruition is 5, and making up ground on the outside Madame Gay. Then Blue Wind has made up some ground. Ryan Bridge is going backwards. They're past halfway, and it's Leap Lively in a clear lead over Canton Lightning in second place. Ivory Wings is third. Then Madame Gay is in 4 and Blue Wind 5 and Allegretto 6. And Tropicaro is tailed off. That one you can see well and truly tailed off as they begin the descent into Tattenham Corner. And Leap Lively in the lead and clear from Madame Gay, Ivory Wings and Canton Lightning, tracked by Blue Wings. And these 5 are in turn well clear of the remainder. And it's Leap Lively in the lead. Leap Lively in the lead and clear from Madame Gay in second place. Then Blue Wind is in third. Just over 3 furlongs to go. Leap Lively from Madame Gay, with Blue Wind coming with a strong run. And with 2.5 furlongs to go, Leap Lively coming back to her field. Madame Gay and Blue Wind making up ground on the outside. Just over 2 furlongs to go, and it's Blue Wind now who's come through to take it up. Blue Wind and Leicester Pigeon setting sail for home from Madame Gay in second place. Leap Lively beaten back in third. 1.5 furlongs to go, and it's Blue Wind in the lead from Madame Gay in second place. Leap Lively, who made the early running, now tarring in third place and coming inside the final furlong. Leicester Pigeon on Blue Wind in the lead and clear from Madame Gay, going up towards the line. Blue Wind's going to win it, coming up towards the line. Blue Wind in the lead at the line. Blue Wind the winner, and Madame Gay is second, and Leap Lively is going to be third. Then came Ivory Wings in fourth place, and Go Leasing in fifth, and Fruition and Ryan Bridge. Then came Fiesta Fun and Canton Lightning, Humming and Allegretto, and well and truly tailed off the French Ranger Tropicaro.
Should have seen by the look in my eyes, baby, there was something missing. You should have known by the tone of my voice, maybe, but you didn't listen. You played dead, but you never played. Instead you laid still in the grass, or coiled up in innocence. And though I know all about those men, still I don't remember. 'Cause it was us, baby, way before them, and we're still together. And I meant every word I said when I said that I love you. I meant that I love you forever. And I'm gonna keep on loving you, 'cause it's the only thing I wanna do. I don't wanna sleep, I just wanna keep on loving you.
On the starter's orders, they go without Lydian. 18 runners for the Derby, and the first to show in front is Silver Season up there, Riveretto, and also Golden Brigadier. That's the leader in the early stages. The favourite is also well placed in the early stages, and as they go up the hill, it's Riveretto in the lead from Sunley Bills up there with him. then Silver Season. Behind Silver Season towards the inside, Shergar, beautifully placed. And then comes Sheer Grit. Behind Sheer Grit on the outside, Al Nazar and Church Parade and Shotgun well in the picture. Kind of Hush comes next. And then comes Glint of Gold. At the tail end of the field is Waverley Hall. And the favourite is beautifully placed as they go up under the mile and a quarter gate, with Riboretto showing the way to Silver Season and Sunny Bill. Shergar a close third. Then comes Al Nazar for France, the only French runner in the race now. Then Church Parade. Then Shotgun on the inside with Lester Piggott. Then Scintillating Air and Sheer Grit and Golden Brigadier. They're followed by Krug. Behind Krug towards the inside is King's General. Then Glint of Gold and then Robolino. And towards the rear of the field are Sass and Calaglow and Waverley Hall. And the favourite has gone up into third place at the top of the hill. In fact, at the top of the hill, Riboretto and Silver Season are still disputing it. 2 lengths in front of Shergar. Then a gap of about 4 lengths to Shotgun and Church Parade. Then Scintillating Air. Then another little gap to Sheer Grit. Behind Sheer Grit on the inside comes Sunny Bills dropping back. Glint of Gold going forward. And they're at the top of the hill now, and Shergar is poised very close in third place. Now they're beginning the descent to Tattenham Hill with Riboretto on the inside, Silver Season on the outside, Shergar poised towards the outside in third, Scintillating Air comes next, and then comes Church Parade and Shotgun. Those are the first 7 as they come down Tattenham Hill and turn at Tattenham Corner, and they're at Tattenham Corner now, and Shergar moving sweetly on the outside takes up the running. On the far side, Riboretto on the rails, but Shergar is the leader with 3 furlongs to go. He's gone 2 lengths clear of Silver Season, and he's opening up a lead now. Shergar's going for the guns. He's gone 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lengths clear. Shotgun swirls under pressure. 2 furlongs out. The Derby is the procession. Shergar is 10 lengths clear. Scintillating Air gets into second place. Church Parade and Shotgun. Glint of Gold come next. There's only 1 horse in it. You need a telescope to see the rest. They have a furlong to go, and Shergar is galloping them into the ground. 15 lengths at least. Wally Swinburne looks round. He's on his own. Shergar, clear of his field. He's climbed this mountain. He has eased up. Shergar wins the Derby. Glint of Gold is second. Scintillating Air is third. Shotgun 4, Church Parade 5. Then Sheer Grit. Then comes Silver Season. The Derby, Michael Phillips, won with ridiculous ease.
Well, Peter, a lot of us thought that he was a certainty, and my goodness gracious me, he was a certainty, as we all know.
1981, Irish Sweeps Derby, that's it. They're all in, under starters' orders, and they're away. And away to a good even break with Cut Above on the inside. The first to show, Shergar right up with him too in the early stages. Wolver Heights is the back marker, and it's Cut Above from Baz Bombatti and Shergar. Then comes Jolier and Kirtling. Behind them, Gap of Dunlow. Behind Gap of Dunlow is Crowned Hare, and then comes Orr. Then Dance Bid, Bastinetto and Wolver Heights. And Cut Above, Willie Carson making it from Shergar on the inside of Baz Bombatti with Jolier up there, and then comes Kirtling and Crowned Hare. Behind Crowned Hare is Gap of Dunlow, then Dance Bid and Orr, and then Young Kildare, and the back markers of the stable companions Bastinetto and Wolver Heights. And still Willie Carson making it on Cut Above from Jolier. Leicester on the inside, close on Shergar. Towards Shergar's outside is Kirtling. Just on the outside of them come Crowned Hare, and then Baz Bombatti, Wolver Heights and Bastinetto are still the back markers. They've passed the 7 furlong poles. Still Cut Above in the lead from Jolier. Then on the inside, Shergar. On Shergar's outside is Kirtling making a forward move there. Just in behind them, Crowned Hare. Behind Crowned Hare is Gap of Dunlow. Orr is dropping back. Wolver Heights is the back marker. They're racing towards the 6 furlong pole, and as they do so, it's still Cut Above in the lead for England. From Kirtling also for England in second. Shergar for England is third. Then comes Crowned Hare on the outside. Young Kildare's not far behind the leaders. Then Jolier, then Dance Bid. Baz Bombatti has dropped back to last. Race towards the half-mile pole now, and as they do so, it's still on the inside, Willie Carson on Cut Above from Pat Edery on Kirtling. Just in behind them comes Shergar, then Orr making good progress. Just in behind them, they're rounding the home turn now into the straight, 3 furlongs to run, and Shergar has come there to take it up. Shergar and Lester Piggott towards the right of the picture now has taken up running from Kirtling, Cut Above, then comes Orr. behind Orr, and making good ground is Gap of Dunlow. They're inside the final 2 furlongs, and Shergar has streaked into the lead from Kirtling in second. Then comes Gap of Dunlow, producing a good run. Cut Above hanging on over on the far side, but racing down to the furlong pole and lengthening his stride. Lester Bigger looking over his left shoulder, sees no possible danger whatsoever, striding up to win this. Ears pricked, he's only in an exercise canter. He's won the Irish Sweeps Derby in a canter. Second Cut Above and third Gap of Dunlow. 4 is Kirtling and then Orr. Behind them, third rather was Dance Bid. 4 then comes Gap of Dunlow. The 1, 2, 3, Shergar, Cut Above and Dance Bid. They're the 1, 2, 3 in the Irish Sweeps Derby, and what an amazingly comfortable triumph for Shergar. They're all installed for the St James's Palace Stakes. The white flag up under orders and away. And a quick pick by Great Substance. Great Substance going on from Belbaleed. And just in behind them, Robolino, and Belbaleed coming up now to dispute it with Robolino as Great Substance drops back to third. 4 is Tuagori Moo. Then comes King Blake and Shazavan and Prince Echo in another realm, quite closely grouped in behind the 2 leaders, Prince Bolide and Robolino. Past the 6 furlong mark. Prince Bolide on the inside of Robolino, Belbaleed on the inside of Robolino. Just in behind them come Shazavan, who's just moved into third now. Tuagori Moo is on the inside. King's Lakes between horses. Behind them come Great Substance, and then Prince Echo and another realm as they race past the half-mile pole. Belbaleed on the inside of Robolino. Tuagori Moo is in third. King's Lake now 4 right upsides him, and then Shazavan as they race round the home turn. Belbaleed on the inside of Robolino. Tuagori Moo with Shazavan on the outside of King's Lake, who's between he and Tuagori Moo as they turn it for home now, and it's Belbaleed in the lead from Robolino. King's Lake, Shazavan, Tuagori Moo coming to challenge Belbaleed and take a fractional advantage, and it's Tuagori Moo on the far side being challenged now by King's Lake, the 1, 2 in the Irish Guineas. But on the far side, Tuagori Moo. In second place is King's Lake, and is Tuagori Moo going to avenge that Stewart's decision? It looks like it at the moment. Tuagori Moo from King's Lake. Pat Edry putting everything in, but Tuagori Moo is holding him as they race to the line. It's Tuagori Moo holding King's Lake, and at the line, Tuagori Moo just wins it from King's Lake. Third was Belbaleed. You should hear the applause. Making good progress into the straight, and Nassim in the lead still from Happy Bride in second, then Ptolemy over on the far rail, just in behind Nassim towards the outside. Her Grace making a run now, but it's Nassim from Happy Bride. So racing towards the furlong pole, Nassim from Happy Bride, and Edward Hyde now pulling out Ptolemy, and Ptolemy now coming to challenge Nassim and Happy Bride, and coming there with a very smooth run, Edward Hyde. It's Nassim on the far side, Happy Bride and Ptolemy still coming there strongly on the stand side, and Ptolemy coming to take it up now as they race into the closing stages. It's Tommy and Edward Hyde from Happy Bride and Nassim, and that's how they're going to finish at the line. Tommy was... Stand On has broken very fast in the centre, run it well up there, and Jasmine Star and Valeriga also running fast, and Tina's Pet with Sharpo on the far side. And it's Stand On taking him along at a blistering pace from Jasmine Star, then Valeriga, then Swan Princess towards the right of the picture. But racing down past the 3 furlong pole, it's the grey Stand On in the lead from Jasmine Star, Sharpo, Swan Princess and Valeriga. Marwell is tracking Stand On. Stand On in the lead from Sharpo on the far side. On the near side, it's Valeriga with Swan Princess. Marwell still tracking the grey Stand On, and Walter Swinburne coming to challenge Stand On now on Marwell as they race down to the furlong pole. It's Stand On the lead with Marwell still progressing towards the near side. Stand On from Marwell. Colleen Jack over on the far side, but Marwell taking a factor advantage now. Runit is putting in a great challenge, but Marwell has got it sewn up as they race to the line. Marwell wins the King's Stand from Stand On. Third was Runit and 4 Colleen Jack, and behind him came Sparkling Boy and then Valeriga and Jasmine Star and Tina's Pet and Durandal, and behind them Steel Charger and then Sharpo, and finally it was Swan Princess. And so the result of the King's Stand Stakes, first number 14, Marwell, owned by Mr. E.J. Loader, trained by Michael Stout and written by Walter. Ardross going up on the outside. Shoot a line, very, very close now to the other trio. Racing towards the 5 furlong mark. Ayaban on the inside, Ardross on the far side. Pragmatic between horses. Shoot a line close in 4th. As they race now to the 4 furlong pole, and Ardross quickens a little bit on the outside. Ayaban hanging on well. Then Pragmatic, then Shoot a Line. They're swinging into the home straight now in the Gold Cup. Ayaban on the inside of Ardross. A little peep over his left shoulder from Leicester to look for Willie Carson, and Willie is right on his heels. And it's Ardross now from Ayaban and Shoot a Line as Pragmatic drops out of it, and they're racing towards the 2 furlong mark now. And it's Ardross with Shoot a Line trying to get on terms. Leicester looks over his left shoulder again, sees the danger is coming from Willie, but it's Ardross from Shoot a Line. Ayaban in 3rd and Pragmatic 4th, racing into the final furlong in the Gold Cup, and Ardross is stretching well, lengthening well, going away now from the filly. Shoot a Line, he's going to win it well, although she's challenging and putting in everything she can. Ardross is holding her very comfortably as they come to the line, and hard held, Ardross wins the Gold Cup from Shoot a Line 2nd. Ayaban is 3rd and Pragmatic is 4th, and so the full official result of the 1981 Royal Ascot Gold Cup. First number 1, Ardross, owned by Mr. Charles St. George, trained by Henry Cecil, written by Lester Bigger.
For your eyes only can see me through the night. For your eyes only, I never need to hide. You can see so much in me that's new.
between the lines.
mile mark, and as they do so, Master Willie goes up on the outside of Light Cavalry, Shergar on the inside, then Madam Gay. Behind Madam Gay is Fingal's Cave. Pellerin is losing ground, then comes Crackerbell. They're racing towards the home turn, and it's Master Willie and Light Cavalry. Master Willie going on now from Light Cavalry. Madam Gay's moved round on the outside of Shergar. Shergar in 4th place now as they race towards the home turn. Crackerbell's improved into 5th, and Master Willie going for home now. It's Master Willie with the advantage over Light Cavalry. Walter Swinburne slipped through on the rails on Shergar, but it's Master Willie with the advantage. Madam Gay coming there strongly on the stand side. Shergar making ground over on the far side now, racing down towards the furlong pole, and Shergar, the 3-year-old, burst through to take it up on the far side. It's Shergar now from Madam Gay. Master Willie, Fingal's Cave putting in a good run, but as they race into the closing stages, Shergar lengthening in his stride is going to win it in tremendous style. Shergar striding up to the line from Madam Gay and Fingal's Cave, and at the line, Shergar wins it. Madam Gay and Fingal's Cave in a photo for second.
Predictable as ever, Doctor.
Doctor, you shall die for this.
It's the end. But the moment has been prepared for.
The Watcher.
He was the Doctor all the time.
Sussex Stakes, understarters orders, and they're away. And Last Fandango is the first to show from Belmont Bay, but Belmont going on now. Belmont Bay and Leicester Piggott going on from Last Fandango and No Alto. Just in behind them come Tuagori Moo and Kings Lake, and in Fijar I'll See You is the back marker at the moment, and it's Belmont Bay by 2 lengths from Last Fandango. Then No Alto, Kings Lake on the outside of No Alto. Behind them come Tuagori Moo, and then in Fijar, then Mataboy and Dalsan, and finally I'll See You. Racing towards the turn already, Belmont Bay in the lead from Last Fandango, No Alto. Then in 4th, close to them, is Kings Lake. Behind Kings Lake on the inside is Tuagori Moo, in Fijar, I'll See You, Mataboy and Dalsan. As they race round into the straight now, under half a mile to run in the Sussex Stakes, and Belmont Bay in the lead from Last Fandango, being tracked by Kings Lake. Behind them come Tuagori Moo, going to make his run towards the right now in the centre. Coming down towards the 3 furlong pole, Belmont Bay still in the lead from Last Fandango. Tuagori Moo coming there strongly now within Fijar. Just in behind the leaders, Kings Lake coming down now to the 2 furlong pole, and it's Tuagori Moo, Last Fandango, Belmont Bay a little between them, then Kings Lake. Dalsan coming there strongly towards the stand side in the hood. Belmont Bay over on the far side. Dalsan coming there in the centre, Tuagori Moo in between horses, and it's Tuagori Moo now who storms into the lead from Belmont Bay over on the far side. Belmont Bay is fighting back as they race up towards the line. Kings Lake is coming there between horses very strongly as they race up towards the line. Kings Lake on the far side,
takes a back to advantage, and Kingslake has won it. Kingslake has won it from Tuagorimu and Noalto third. Belmont Bay came sixth, followed by Jalsan, and then last Fandango, then Mataboy and Infijar, and last was I'll See You. I think we'll find officially it'll be a photograph. Yes, the letter P goes in the frame, but I think this time Kingslake has avenged that Ascot defeat. I think we'll find that number 7, Kingslake, has beaten number 10, Tuagorimu. So the old protagonist, once again, the principals in the Sussex Stakes. And officially a photo finish, a photo between number 7, Kingslake, ridden by Pat Edery, and number 10, Tuagorimu, ridden by Greville Starkey. Very close once again, but I think we'll find that this is Kingslake's turn. What a brilliant race, Pat Edery. Coming to the 4 furlong marker now. Donegal Prince from Monsbow. Ardross, Mopsy's Joy coming there quite strongly now towards the outside of Falkirk as they come down towards the 3 furlong marker. Halsbury improving over on the far rail, and Ardross coming between Halsbury and Donegal Prince. Monsbow, Mopsy's Joy on the far side, double flooring not out of it, but Lester Piggott holding a double handful as they race past the 2 furlong pole. And it's Ardross on the far side, Popsy's Joy on the near side, between horses Donegal Prince, but Ardross is quickening, and it's Ardross, Lester Piggott as they enter the final furlong now, from Donegal Prince and Popsy's Joy, racing into the closing stages, and Ardross winning very cheekily indeed from Donegal Prince in second, and Ardross has won the Goodwood Cup from Donegal Prince. Halsbury's third, and 4 Popsy's Joy, 5 double Florin, and 6th and last was Monsbow. And so the result of the 1981 Goodwood Cup. First, number 1, Ardross, owned by Mr. Charles St. George, trained by Henry Cecil and ridden by Lester Piggott. Second, number 3, Donegal Prince, owned by Mr. John McGonigal, trained by Paul Kellaway and ridden by Greville Starkey. And third, number 9, Halsbury.
A voice reaching out in a piercing cry, it stays with you until
and as they begin to settle down, it's Magic King going on from Bastomi. Then comes Glint of Gold in 3rd place and cut above 4th, and then Shergar just on the outside of Riveretto, but on the inside of Brigadier Hawk. And they're going a very, very true gallop indeed, with Magic King in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place, and then Glint of Gold 3rd, then comes cut above, then Shergar, then Riveretto, and the back marker who is already Brigadier Hawk, with Magic King in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place, Magic King, Bastomi, then comes Glint of Gold and cut above, and Riveretto and Shergar and Brigadier Hawk. Magic in the lead, from Bastomi in 2nd place, then Glint of Gold is 3rd and cut above 4th. Then Riveretto is 5th, and you can see Shergar just to the right of the picture on the outside of that one. The only one not in the picture at this stage is the rank outside of Brigadier Hawk. But Magic in the lead by 2 lengths from Bastomi in 2nd. Then in 3rd is Glint of Gold, 4th now cut above, 5th is Riveretto. Then behind that one comes Shergar and Brigadier Hawk tailed off. And they continue their journey down the far side of the track with Magic in the lead from Bastomi in 2nd place. Magic in the lead from Bastomi in 2nd. Then Glint of Gold is 3rd, and behind Glint of Gold on the inside is Cut Above. On the outside of Cut Above is Shergar. On the inside of Shergar races Riveretto and Brigadier Hawk tailed off. It's Magic in the lead from Bastomi in 2nd place. Magic in the lead at Bastomi 2nd. Glint of Gold 3rd, and then Shergar beginning to make up ground on the outside. It is good 4th place now as they continue their journey down the far side. And Shergar going into 4th place just on the quarters of Glint of Gold, who is 3rd behind Bastomi 2nd, who is moving up on the inside of Magic in. So the race really on now as Bastomi, Lester Piggott takes up the running from Glint of Gold in 2nd. Shergar is 3rd, and then Cut Above is 4th. The pacemaker has done his bit, he's dropping back. Riveretto is next, and Brigadier Hawk getting back into the picture now as they begin the turn into the home straight. It's Bastomi in the lead. From Glint of Gold second, then Shergar moving well up on the outside is third. Cut above is fourth and Brigadier Hawk fifth, and the other two are beginning to lose touch. Just over 4 furlongs to go. Turning into the home straight in the St. Leger. Glint of Gold on the outside of Bastomi. Shergar spotted his white face and his tongue hanging out as usual, but just in behind these comes Cut above. They've got 3.5 furlongs to go in the St. Leger, and Lester Piggott being for his 8th St. Leger in the lead on Bastomi. Glint of Gold coming, so too upon the outside is Shergar. 3 furlongs left to go. Bastomi, Glint of Gold, Shergar, Cut above, developing into a 4-horse race this. Just over 2.5 furlongs to go. Bastomi, Glint of Gold, Shergar, Walter Swinburne asking that one to pick, and he's not finding an awful lot as Glint of Gold takes it up. 2 furlongs to go. Glint of Gold, Bastomi, Cut above, and Shergar. Shergar under pressure now with 2 furlongs left to go, and he's losing touch. 1.5 furlongs to go. Glint of Gold, Bastomi, Cut above. Shergar is beaten in the St. Leger. Over a furlong to go. Glint of Gold in the lead from Cut above, who's finishing strongly, and Cut above comes through to take it up. Cut above from Glint of Gold, Bastomi and Shergar coming well inside the final half furlong. Cut above coming up towards the line, drawing away, coming up towards the line. Cut above is going to win it at the line. Cut above the winner, Glint of Gold second. Bastomi is third. Shergar only fourth. With a long gap to Brigadier Hawk, an even bigger one to Riveretto, and Magic Kid is tailed off. And so a major upset this in the St. Leger. Victory has gone to number 3, Cut above. Owned by Sir John Astor, trained at West Hillsley by Major Dick Hearn, bred by Sir John Astor and ridden by Joe Mercer. Second is number 4, Glint of Gold, ridden by John Mathias. Third is number 2, Bastomi, ridden by Lester Piggott. And sensationally...
You ever been in love? I'm in love. Since when? About half an hour ago. No, I'm serious. I feel restless and I'm dizzy. It's wonderful. That sounds more like indigestion.
Will you help me out with some goal practice? I want to practice some shots at different angles.
I'll bring my compass.
What do you make of Gregory? Well, he's a bit slow. And a bit awkward. Slow and awkward.
Romance. It's in there.
What a prick.
And he's more or less in there, just being worked in slowly by the handlers. They're all in, they're under starters' orders, and they're on their way. And as they break out the stalls, one of the first is Kirtling to go on with Master Willie, also well up with the leaders. 2 on the far side is Veyran and also Prince B, but it's Kirtling the leader through the first furlong from Master Willie, Veyran, then comes Madam Gay, Prince B, just in behind Prince B is the Wonder with Amindas, then comes Noel, turn towards the rear. In the early stages, Castlekeep, and then comes Go Leasing. But Kirtling is the leader after the first quarter mile, being followed by Master Willie, then comes Prince B and Veyran. Just after leading 4 is Madam Gay, who raced on the near side of Amindas on the far side, then comes the Wonder. The Wonder is then followed by Snow Day, just after Snow Day, then towards the far side is Cam Rouge, Valdemugan, then comes No Alto, Tuagori Moon, the last quintet, in fact Tuagori one of them, the other 4 being Castle Keep, Critique, and also Go Leasing and Kind of Hush. And so they're running now towards the 5 furlong from home marker, and it's still Kirtling in the lead from Master Willie in second place. Prince B is third, Veyran fourth, Amindas on the far side of Madam Gay, then just in behind them towards the near side is Snow Day. And so the leaders now coming towards the final half mile. It's Kirtling in the lead from Master Willie on the far side, back to Graham.
And then Prince B is in third place. Just behind these comes Veyran, then Madam Gay in the dark colours in the centre. Critique is on the extreme right of the picture and last at this stage. We've just got over 3.5 furlongs to go. And Master Willie strikes the front. Master Willie in the lead from Kirtling in second place, then Prince B, then Veyran moving up smoothly up on the outside. Then comes Madam Gay. They're just in behind these two. Gory Moo trying to make up ground. At the bushes now, 2.5 furlongs to race. Master Willie, Veyran, then just in behind these, Ken Rouge unleashing a run. Then just in behind these, making up ground is the Wonder. Inside the final quarter mile, and Veyran bursts through to the front. Veyran in the lead from Ken Rouge in second place, then Prince B, then Castle Keep, and Mingus finishing strongly, then Snow Day. Critique with an awful lot to do, a furlong to go. It's Veyran in the lead. From in second place, Ken Rouge, and Mingus is third, Prince B is fourth. Then comes the Wonder. Master Willie is beaten inside the final furlong, and Veyran holding the advantage coming up towards the line. Veyran in the lead from Ken Rouge in second place at the line. Veyran is the winner, Ken Rouge second, and Mingus is third. Then Prince B, then Tuagori Moo, then the Wonder, then Critique, and behind Critique Castle Keep, and the back markers include...
And they're away. And a very fast break by Ring the Bell, and a very slow one by Condessa. And Ring the Bell goes on. Ring the Bell from Prince B. Lancastrian with Gilded Vanity right up with them, and on the near side, Bicala going on now from Pellerin. Detroit taking a prominent position, and Accarad not far behind the leaders, but Bicala has gone into the lead, a clear lead too. Bicala from on the inside, Detroit, then comes Pellerin, then just in behind them Perrault, behind Perrault, Accarad, and on the inside Blue Wind, right upside Blue Wind is April Run, towards the outside is Cut Above, and just behind Cut Above is Gilded Vanity, and Lester Piggott towards the outside still, because he was drawn very far wide, and we've got quite a lot to do at the moment as they race uphill behind the Petit Bois. Still rising, mounting this steep hill with Bicala, the French Derby winner, in the lead, and Ardros. Lester Piggott has made significant progress now towards the outside, and it's Bicala now from Ardros. Just in behind Ardros comes April Run, then Leandra, then comes Detroit. Belledale flutters not far behind the leaders, and Condessa's a long way behind last, but it's Bicala in the lead. Bicala from Ardros in second. Detroit is now in third. Then comes Perrault. Behind Perrault is Belledale Flutter. And then comes April Run. Behind April Run is making ground on the outside Gilded Vanity, and then Blue Wind. They're racing downhill now towards the home straight, and it's still the French Derby winner, Bicala, and young Serge Gourly in the lead from Lester Piggott on Ardros. Then on the outside comes Perrault moving into third. Detroit still holding her place, but her white face on the inside. Behind them come Blue Wind and April Run, and still holding his place towards the wide outside is Ring the Bell. Accarad is coming there quite strongly though now as they race into the home turn. It's Bicala in the lead from Ardros. Then comes Perrault, then Accarad on the outside, then Detroit on the inner, and it's Bicala being pressed now by Perrault. Behind Perrault comes Ardros, looking to be weakening. Gold River and Gary Moore coming there strongly. And then on the outside, April Run with Accarad. As they race into the closing stages, it's Perrault in the blinkers who's coming to challenge Bicala. Gold River, and on the outside, April Run. Gold River now on the outside, Bicala on the far side as they race up towards the line. It's Gold River from Bicala. April Run putting in a tremendous run, but Gold River's going to win it. Gold River's won it from April Run and Bicala, and fourth was Perrault and 5 Ardros. And then came Argument and Accarad, and behind them Leandro, and then Snowday, and Tootens behind. Tootens was Kingslake, and behind Kingslake, Cut Above and Lancastrian, and behind them came Blue Wind, and behind close in third as they round the home turn now, and it's Diamond Edge, Straight Jocelyn, Shady Deal, these three just ahead of Master Smudge. Political Pop is making very good progress, and Leslie Ann also not far behind the leaders as they come down towards the fourth last, and a very open race it is too. Diamond Edge, Shady Deal, Captain John on the far side, Straight Jocelyn, the sheepskin noseband on the near side, Straight Jocelyn, Diamond Edge there, Captain John on the far side with Shady Deal. They're coming down to the final ditch now, and it's Diamond Edge, Shady Deal, and Captain John with Straight Jocelyn on the near side over the final ditch. Diamond Edge and Shady Deal on the far side now from Diamond Edge. And making good progress now is Political Pop as they come down to the second last. Shady Deal lands in the lead from Diamond Edge, and Straight Jocelyn, Political Pop, and then comes Leslie Ann, and it's Diamond Edge, 11 stone 10 top weight with the advantage now as they come to the final fence. Diamond Edge from Shady Deal on the far side, Political Pop coming there very strongly over the last. Diamond Edge lands in the lead from Political Pop, and a follow there, Leslie Ann, and racing into the closing stages, it's Diamond Edge from Political Pop, and a big weight difference here, 18 pounds. Diamond Edge from Political Pop, and Diamond Edge is holding Political Pop, and Footballman wins his 7th Hennessy at the line. Diamond Edge has won it. Political Pop is second and third. Straight Jocelyn, 4 came Shady Deal, then Captain John, and approaching, and Master Smudge, and behind them Sparky's Choice and Royal Mail, and behind them 2 Swallows, and then Doddington Park and Sugar Rally and Man Alive. And so the result of the 1981 Hennessy Gold Cup, first number 3, Diamond Edge, owned by Mr. Sam Lockridge, trained by Footballman, and ridden by Bill.
Coe has got to try and break Boyd. 240 metres left. 200 metres, and Coe is anxious. But Boyd is not closing. Can Coe do it? He looks back again. He's tiring. Boyd is closing slightly. Where is the Coe kick? Coe coming away again. 60,000 people on there. Coe's roaring Coe home. He's got a tremendous revival there. And he comes home with a new world record. 3 minutes, 47.3. Boy, he's in second place. But that is what Coe wanted to do. He's over a second in front of the world record. And this, really, you can call a miracle run. To take a second off that world record, over a second, really underlines what a superb athlete Seb Coe is.
Doing just that. He's finding it hard, but he's still looking strong. Ovett so easy in second place. Bromiti third. Moorcroft and Byers still together in fourth and fifth. Well, Ovett has a decision to make now. Robinson is tiring. When does Ovett go? Inside of the end of the third lap, and with about 450 metres left, Ovett takes it on as Robinson moves out of the way. Bromiti is in second place. Craig Masbach now is third from America. Byers is fourth, and David Moorcroft fifth. The lonely run now for Steve Ovett. The man who dislikes the clinical approach to record breaking. He loves to race, but there's no one left to race against. He so enjoys the personal battle against fellow competitors. But now it's Ovett against the unforgiving finger of the watch. A really majestic full stride still. And he's inside of the record beyond doubt. The last lap he had to run inside 58 seconds. He's still kicking hard, a bit heavy-legged, but the strength is still there. 3:48.53 to beat, and the world record has gone. He's just inside it. The new figures, unofficially, 3:48.4. And Steve Ovett, within 7 days, gives Sebastian Coe his answer. Straight back to take the world record back. And so Ovett now enjoys.
Western Rose is close and Neon Light is closing, and over this one Henry Kissinger landed in the lead from Marshall Knight in second, Twydale third, Fairy King still going strongly in behind Henry Kissinger as they come down towards the second last now. Henry Kissinger, Easter Eel over on the far side, Twydale between horses, Fairy King just in behind them, and over that one it was Henry Kissinger from Easter Eel, Twydale, and Fairy King still going strongly just in behind them. They're turning for home now and racing towards the final fence, and it's Henry Kissinger being chased by Fairy King. Henry Kissinger in the lead, Fairy King is second and Easter Eel is third as they come to the final fence. It's Henry Kissinger going strongly in the lead from Fairy King second. Henry Kissinger lands in the lead from Fairy King, jumps in second, Easter Eel jumps in third, and racing into the closing stages, it's Henry Kissinger from Easter Eel as they race up towards the line. Henry Kissinger is going to win it from Easter Eel. Neon Light is running on. Fairy King is second, and Henry Kissinger has won it from Fairy
Here in Dublin. Conductor is John Coleman, looking calm and rested, yet confident. United Kingdom's entry. Making your mind up. From Bucks Fizz.
You gotta turn it on, and then you gotta
Yes, that's gone very big in the Simmons Court extension as well.